the first question is gonna be, so where you from, bro? Where you from?
Northeast Portland, 97211 all day, man.
All the way. Hey, town official 503 in the building.
Yes, sir.
That's what we about, man. Yeah, to be 100 too. Just let you know, you the first official interview on the show. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I didn't let you know that. You know what I'm saying? But you the first official interview. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this a new process. But we gonna get it in, man. Yeah, I need to do that same thing.
Yeah, bro, it's daily medicine.
Always needed. Always needed. But yeah. So what schools did you go to, my guy?
What's up?
What schools did you go to, my bad?
Oh yeah, so I was talking about it yesterday too. It's like so I grew up off of Ainsworth, but mainly at my sister's house. Staying at my sister's house, we lived a block behind Woodlawn. So I had a whole bunch of homies like that went to Woodlawn, but then I went to Vernon. And then we had a little private school in the hood called Trent Luther. I was going on a hoop scholarship and whatnot. So I pretty much grew up most of my life up until I was like 16, everywhere from pretty much MLK to 60th. Like within those parameters, like that was home. Like
okay, all the way. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, my next question is, where did you get your name, my guy? What made you come up with the name?
For starters, it's funny because people look so like offended almost, or like shocked when they find out that my name is not Scooter Rogers. What I try to say in response to that is, I grew up in Northeast Portland with two black parents. You mean tell me I came out and they thought Scooter?
Facts.
I'm mad at you for being mad at that because so basically how it started was as a kid I was in sports like hooping, baseball, soccer, like literally everything. Like if it involves some type of like being competitive and keeping score, like I was there. Like I'm the youngest of 14, so it's like I'm mad competitive. Like and so I was always like on the move, like whether like physically on the field or like at practice, like I was probably on the move doing something. Coach couldn't get me to stand still. In the neighborhood, I was always like running around somewhere hooping, doing this. Like so, like the nickname Scooter just stuck because I was kind of like always on the move. And from the time I was like 7 to like 10, 11 years old, I would get around my little razor scooter.
Hell yeah!
Rest in peace to my ankles. Something about getting hit in the leg with them damn scooters, man. But as far as Rogers goes, like I have like a major like that's my nerdish like my guilty nerdish pleasure. Like I love Mr. Rogers. Like full L, like that should have never changed. And so when I was in elementary school, I was like, fuck it, like I'm gonna do something different. So I started buying a whole bunch of fucking sweaters to kind of commemorate the whole thing. And at this time, I was 5'2", so I was the smallest kid in class. Yeah. So I was getting picked on for wearing these sweaters, et cetera, et cetera. So and that went on for years. And so the summer going in from 7th to 8th grade, I shot up from 5'2" to 5'10" and a half. And that got my last, which is like throughout high school and like my early college years. So like I'm like 6 1/4 now. But at that point, like I hit this big ass growth spurt. So I come back to school and you know, when I was 5'2", it was fun. But now that I'm 5'10" and a half, like nobody has any interest in picking on the kid that's wearing sweaters anymore.
No cap.
And one kid tried it, and he got socked the fuck out, and I promise on my life. After that, like, started sweaters, like the hoop dances and shit, like, it came cool, so I kind of took two nicknames, and it's kind of like put them together, so I'm still authentic with me, just like, it's, yeah.
Off top. That's what I'm talking about. I like that.
I lost how I got my name, like, because I was, like, going through shit, so I was like, damn, like, what's marketable, simple, memorable, but still hits, but still could, like, add some type of shock value, because, like, if we were all standing in the crowd, some nigga said, coming to the mic and Scooter Rogers, you wouldn't know who to look at.
No cap. You like, wait, who the fuck? You like, hold on. And you kind of, it's going to spike the interest, I feel like.
Yeah. Because for all you know, it could be a white dude coming up.
For real.
You know what I mean?
Throwing them off.
Exactly. And so that's why I take that as well. Because, like, just from the name of my image, you wouldn't see it coming. So therefore, I try to keep that in my music as well. Like, always switching up vibes, like shit that you just don't see coming. Like, I sent myself over to get mastered by my homeboy Prolific.
Yeah.
And I was like, how you like it so far? I'm not gonna lie, like, it's a view on there I didn't see coming from you, and I fuck with him. I was like,
hey, that's what you want to hear. Yeah. Yes, sir. Run that. Yeah, buddy.
yeah, facts.
My next question is, what made you become an artist?
Oh man, this one.
Yeah, this that way.
Yeah, so I was in college, and it was late night. We was in the dorms playing Call of Duty, like sneaking in weed and beer and stuff, like doing regular stupid shit. And there's this little donut shop within like probably like a 2-mile radius of the campus because we were in Monmouth, like it was small as fuck, like
Yeah.
so we had much to do. So the donut shop was kind of like our little like that was our thing, like
Yeah.
that something to keep you afloat. And so we driving, and I'm in my homeboy Ray's car, and TikTok by Kesha came on, and I hated that fucking song for the record.
Yeah.
And so I do what anybody else would do. I reached over, I changed the preset, and it was playing again toward like it was the last verse of the song. And I swear, I switched to a third station, and it was in the middle of the exact same song, and I was like, bro, what the fuck? And so I went like a whole 20-minute rant, like, cause I was irritated as shit, cause I was high, I wanted to hear some good vibes, and all I got was Kesha. So I went on this high, angry ass rant, and my homeboy Ray's like, do something about it. And I was like, you could just not be a dick, bro. I was trying to get this off my chest real quick. He's like, no, do something about it. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, why don't you make your own music and like the way this stuff sounds, do your own stuff. And I was like, bro, I don't want to be no fucking rapper. I'm trying to let my leg heal so I can go back to hooping. Like, fuck rap. Like, what? Let these other like fake thug niggas be rappers. Like, let them niggas do it.
Yeah.
So I was sitting in the dorm one night. Everybody else went down to Corvallis, and I had class early as shit. I went about the chances, so I was chilling in the dorm by myself. And then can't remember what happened, but for whatever reason, yeah, I turned on my homeboy's radio when he wasn't there, and that fucking song came on like 2 or 3 songs in, and so I called myself being an ass to no audience at all. And as the song is going, I'm like making my own lyrics on top of it. And then I kind of stopped and I was like, yo, like, for real? Like, this is...
That shit was...
Like, and so I came home that spring break, and my homeboy, Tyler Pinnell, was just getting into music. He's like, bro, come by the booth. Come lay a verse. And so I went in the booth and spit some shit and recorded that. Y'all never hear it. Like, I was like, oh, this is hella dope. But, like, you know how I go at that beginning stage? Like, your voice sounds like absolute shit. You sound intimidated in the booth and shit. Like...
You still try to figure it out and whatnot.
Yeah. If I was trying to torture a nigga, like really torture him to give me some information, like I would play that whole first little thing I call myself doing, like at high volumes. Like it was, I'm not like, yeah, I've been that nigga since not, bro. It was trash, like, but it was fun. It was liberating. I was like, oh, I got a platform and whatnot. So like being able to have that autonomy and that freedom to do what the fuck I want to do was like, oh, okay, kind of cool. But at that point, I still wasn't really drawn into music yet, so I was like doing like little verses like for Mike and the homies or whatnot when they needed me on something. But I wasn't trying to be no fucking rapper still. Like I was trying to find a way to get back to a different college, go do X, Y, Z, and call it a day.
All the way.
2018, we had this thing called the Fear Function, and Mike was headlining. And one of the songs that he wanted to do, I was in. And so the Paris theaters packed the fuck out, like packed the fuck out. And it was like a real live. You would thought like the big names. That was the energy that was in the crowd. Like I got on, like I was up there doing my thing. I even got to go through the crowd and do this whole big ass freestyle. Like people went fucking nuts. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, yo, I know I said I didn't want to be no fucking rapper, but yo, this shit is tight. It's like I can make a living, like speaking on what I want to speak on in front of people with a mic in my hand. Like, well, why would I not? You know what I'm saying? I got shit to say, so it was like, why not get it out? And so that was like the biggest thing that drove me to it. So fast forward to 2019, we in July, and I'm trying to get started on some shit now. And so I got my first little gig at Late Lyrics that Tristan's posted. I think that was she was hosting.
Hey.
And I did that, and she was like, hey, I want you to come perform on my show that I throw every thing like third Thursday of the month. It's called Bossing Up. And I was like, all right, word. And I was like, it's gonna be kind of like dope, but I was nervous because at that point I didn't have anything out yet.
Yeah.
So like the only shit I was gonna go perform was stuff that I recorded, and so I had to go make like I hadn't even recorded yet, so it was like all I had were the beats. Which means like you've been on stage, you know, like you ever been on stage and it feels like you rapping like you normally do, but it feels like you're either too fast or too slow in the song based on like your energy level. And shit, you gotta like make sure like you keep yourself resynchronized.
Yeah.
It's hard to fucking do that when you have no ad libs to like keep your timing and stuff.
Exactly.
You know, like having to do that. It's fucking hot as shit. It's still in August, bro. It was like 102 degrees that day. We were upstairs. They had the AC off because they had a kitchen going, but they had the fans so blowing hot air around. I'm jumping around like I was like.
You ready to pass out, huh?
Like, bro, like at one point during the set, bro, I literally laid down and it was not for dramatic effect. I was like, yo, I'm fucked off. And I had been drinking this shit too, so like I was super like uncomfortable. So that whole thing, I'm like, damn, like how am I gonna pull this whole thing off? And somehow they were fucking with it, and I got more love than the headliner had gotten.
Hey.
So so Tristan was like, hey, you tight? I want to work with you, and I was just like. I even got you going, like, yeah, like, all right, go home. Like, took my pictures, got the fuck about, thought nothing of it. And then she hit me up again, she's like, yo, like, I got some stuff going on, like, health-wise, and when I get back, the new year kicks off, I want to kind of, get you into a spot where I can manage you, and, like, boom, 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 boom. She's like, but the main thing I need you to do right now is just network. And so that's the only piece of game I got, and I took that, and I just fucking ran with it, you know what I'm saying? So I sacrificed a lot of time from, like, my daughter, doing other stuff, like having a life, etc., like go out to events. I didn't want to be at 90% of these fucking events, but like I was telling you before, it's like at that point, we having nothing out. If I'm not constantly in the public eye, I'll be forgotten about because everything is so readily accessible through social media, electronics, everything in general. So it's like if I go to a show, I could go and rock the fucking crowd. If they have nowhere to find me or anything of that nature,
yep.
then I basically like I'm nameless at that point. They'll move on to the next person they can have access to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, for me, it wasn't one of those things where I could really afford to take that risk. And so, I was just popping out damn near like 4 or 5 times a night. One night I had back-to-back shows in different venues, like constant. So, like, that's when all got me, like, started like, really, like, saying, okay, I'm a rapper now. Like, I'm going through the ins and outs that, like, because for me, it wasn't like there was, like, a certain day where I was like, yeah, like, now I want to be a rapper. It's like, for me, it wasn't even when I first started even. It was like when I started going through like getting out the mud myself, having to go network, having to go do X, Y, and Z for myself, and having to go invest in myself when I had nothing to fucking show for it yet. That's when I was like, okay, now I'm a rapper.
Yeah.
Because motherfuckers grab a microphone and say I'm a rapper now, buddy, that ain't it. You know what I mean? So
that ain't even real tread.
When I like really started. And I had my first headliner show in December at Portland Burger for Lake Lyrics where it kind of all started. So having my first like headline show was dope too, and we sold it out. And it took off from there.
Okay, all the way. That's what I'm talking about. Man, so name a few artists that motivated you or inspired you to kind of be the type of artist you are. Not saying that you like them, you know what I'm saying, but that kind of inspired you.
For me, it'd be Tupac, Wayne, Game, DMX, Royce the 5'9".
Okay, all the way.
And a lot of people sleep on Royce, and I think he's disrespectful as shit.
Hey, I could agree with that. Man, let's talk about the work ethic, man. How often are you in the studio or doing stuff with music?
Daily.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Daily. Like, I'm going to the studio tonight. Woke up this morning, started writing, like, super early. So, like, I'm a light sleeper, too. So, when I'm up. And, like, between those hours, like, 3 and 4 in the morning, there's 7.5 billion people on Earth and nobody fucking needs me.
Yeah.
I'm let them all thoughts. I can, like, do what the fuck I want. Like, the world is, like, literally my fucking playground at that point. Like, I can let my brain go wherever.
On everything.
So, like, I might wake up and, like, okay, like, I'm on my shit today. Like, I might write something like about that. Like, it might be some boom bap stuff. It might be some, like, tear the club up. It might be some romantic stuff. Like, whatever, like, I'm feeling that day when I wake up, like, I could have had a dream about, like, some sad heartbreak shit. And, like, can depict that into words and put it on a song. Like, and really, like, feel what's going on around me and whatnot. And, like, when you're present, like, no one else needs you, you can fully, like, lock in and focus. And
all the way.
Every single I'm doing that in the studio. Like, I'm trying to do rehearsal. I'm, like, doing something as far as, like, business promo, marketing, fan engagement. Like, this is literally all I do right now.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. What's your favorite song to perform? Well, what's your top 3?
My man's. My top 3 songs to perform, it ain't nothing that's going to be my all-time favorite. Like, when we get to do that live with Wave on the keys and Cam Tony Cajones, me and Mike up there live, like, it's a whole different energy. We did that when Tree House Gang opened up. When we headlined for Boston Up last January, and the place went fucking wild. Like,
Yeah.
I can't put, like, when I say you literally had to be there, like, it had the energy of, like, a famous big time show. Like, it was, I'm not gonna cap. Like, we did our damn thing. Like, so that's definitely my number two for me is him though. And I performed that with my dude Jedi, because we both like to pop our shit in our own respective avenues and lanes, and so to be able to bring that on the song and like be authentically us is the whole definition, like being him and being that dude. Like, and so we did that. It's always great energy. That's the first song anyone's ever requested an encore on, so that's got to be the top three.
Hell yeah.
I think my third one is Let It Breathe. Like, it's my least favorite song, but it's my favorite song to perform.
Okay.
Because you get a real intimate connection. I've been through shit like everyone can relate. You feel like you're really drawn close to the audience. Now they feel like they got a real piece. Because I can give a spit bars like make you bounce and dance and like do all that. But when I make you feel something, that's when you're gonna walk away from the show saying, "Oh damn."
Yeah.
I want to stay in touch. I mean, like,
all the way. I feel it. Yeah, man.
that's hard too, because I got like lovey stuff like Say Something, which is dope. Or I got bro, Bag Up is I think that might be my dark horse. I think Bag Up might be my dark horse. That's just fucking crazy. And it's super duper fucking West Coast like, but it still allows Mike to like do his thing. I can still do my thing on it too. Like, it's just
Cold twist.
facts. That's the best way to put it.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. On go. Yeah, man. Let's talk about that Ricky Rubio right quick though, man. That motherfucker, I ain't gonna lie. It's one of my favorite ones from you personally. Like, that thing's a go. Like, it just seemed like you was real versatile, and you showed the athleticism of being an artist. I feel like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for me, like, it was like a lyrical workout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That exercise that.
That one, I was just sitting in my car one day and like, I don't want to say I was in a bad mood, but you know, you have like, some days you like wake up and you just got that energy about you.
Yep.
Or it's like, you know what, like, I ain't bothering nobody, but I wish a motherfucker would today. Like,
Yeah, this is the day.
and that's how I felt musically that day. So like that beat came on, and like at first I was trying to like think of like a chorus and like how I can make it real bouncing and shit. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, nah. I was like, I probably just like laying some shit. Like, chorus, like, we're just gonna shoot all the way through, and it's gonna be bar after bar after bar, because my intention with that is I'm gonna hit you with something that's so cold you're gonna like react to it, and by the time you react to it, you're gonna miss the next thing. So now you have to go back and listen.
Exactly. You like, hold up.
Throughout the video, and so you know you gotta keep doing multi takes and whatnot. Dude was like, bro, I keep fucking hearing something new every single time we take another take. I'm like, bro, like, that's what it was made to do. And my favorite line, that's why the song got called Ricky Rubio, is because that was my favorite punchline of the song. Because it was like, you heard the jazz about how I ran with the wolves until I crashed and reemerged like the phoenix. Now, sun on point, I'm Ricky Rubio. Because at that time, those are teams he had played for. You heard the Jazz and Utah Jazz, how I ran with the Wolves, Timberwolves, until I crashed and reemerged. The Phoenix City, now sun, Phoenix Suns, the actual sun, as in myself, on point is in point guard, I'm Ricky Rubio. Nigga,
Man.
like, there was like 8 different entendres in that very simple last sentence, like, and I was like, bro, like that.
That's a bar, bro. That's a bar.
Like that one was like, no, that one was like Super Saiyan.
Yeah, that's
like,
a cold one.
That was a big boy one. That was heavyweight. Like it's dope when I write something I impress myself with.
Yeah, well, hey,
Like,
because you know it's juice.
Like, nigga.
You know it's that juice. You're like, nigga, you did not.
Yeah, like,
hey, nigga.
sometimes I thank you myself. I'd be like, myself was like, and I was like, damn, nigga. Myself was like, thank you. I said, you welcome.
You deserve this.
It's like when that one nigga sneezed on the news and he said bless you and then thanked himself for it.
Like, nigga, no, that shit was hitting.
That's some cold shit.
Oh, man.
That was my thing, man. Then doing the video was fucking, bro. We had so much fun doing nothing but obnoxious shit all day.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Everybody, like the EMTs and the ambulance people was getting pissed the fuck off. They're like, Cuz, just be careful. We would hang off the back of the truck and shit. Like,
Going all the way. Hey, yeah, that video is lit. I know y'all had a damn time.
like the way I see it, something happened. I'm in the best spot. You right there.
Man, hey, you
If
here.
anything, that's gonna make me say, you know what? Yeah, let's turn this shit up, because it's like, if I was somewhere and like I couldn't get like first response help for like, let's say an hour, I'm not gonna do shit and have my fucking bone popping out because I gotta wait a long ass time. But like knowing y'all right there, like, yeah, I'm gonna hang out the back of this truck. Why would I not?
Man, you gonna pick me up, you gonna help me out. I'm gonna be all the way.
Come on, man. Like,
All the way.
that's my mindset. So we were just antagonizing the whole block. Like, we at the skate park and stuff. Like, there was so many dope. Like, man, it was, yeah, we snuck into between like these semis. That's where we shot like part of the scene. I was down the back of it or whatnot, and like everybody's around me in front. Like, it was just so many different spots, like within like probably like 100 feet of each other, and they all created such a different vibe. Like,
Yeah.
it was fire.
Yeah, all the way. That creative flow is dope.
Thank you.
Yeah, most definite.
That shit too. And the crazy thing is, like, people don't believe me, I wrote that in 6 minutes.
Hey, that's lit. 6 minutes, bro.
Just catch a vibe.
You was really
that motherfucker all the way out. It was like, I was like, I'm gonna literally just write until I can't anymore. And when I wrote that Ricky Rubin line, I was like, nah, that's the exclamation point. Like, there's nothing I can say after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta end on this note.
Like that's the topper.
Like, build up, had that boom, and then have shit just like drop off. And so when I wrote that one, I was like, okay, in time. And I looked down and I was like, oh shit, it's 9:44. That's 6 minutes.
Hey,
And
yeah,
I
you.
called Kyle, I was like, bro, I'm ready to start the deluxe version. He was like, oh shit. I was like, yeah, I'm ready. Like, after I wrote that line, I was like, yeah, I'm ready for whatever. Like, I'm back. Like, because you know, like, when it's your first project, you're always worried, like, the next thing you do, like, following up being like a fall off.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know? Like, and I was blowing up the whole thing. Like, when I wrote that last fucking punchline, I was like, yeah, ain't worried about it no more. Like, I'm ready.
Yep.
And then I just like, been letting the momentum roll. So, like, you're gonna hear, like, a major spike in confidence on the second album.
Okay, bet.
Like, if there's any question how I view myself, like, it'll come out.
All the way. All the way.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Most definite. Okay, so I noticed you've been a part of the BLM movement. What are some of the things you've done to support the cause, my guy?
Everything from using my platform as a public figure, making a song about it, frontline protesting, getting my fucking ass whooped by the police.
Man, hey, frontline living for real.
People, like, and I don't really speak on this a lot, but remember at first when all the protests were downtown?
Yeah.
And then they moved over on the other side of the bridge?
Yeah, I remember all that.
I'm the reason the marches moved from the west side over across the bridge, because we were down there fighting the police. I'm like, y'all got look around us. Like, they had set up a playground, a war zone that plays to their advantage. Because if you take something out downtown, like if you bust a window out of a storefront, and let's say Apple decides they want to move, that building's going to be fine. There's going to be another big name vendor that's waiting in the wings to take that spot and fill that storefront. You're not going to lose anything. If we take it across the bridge over in the residential areas, they can't keep fucking shit the way they've been doing with the tear gas and rubber bullets and damaging property and things of that nature. Because now, like, that's where they live. Now you can that would force your hand and show your true colors. And so when we put that together, we could orchestrate this whole private thing. And we got 10,000 people. We occupied and marched the I-84 bridge. We went from basically Benson High School to 33rd, walked past Green, got to Alberta, walked back over to 15. Now I'm back over by my mom's house and shit. We marched back down and whatnot. Like, putting all that together, like, make sure we can be heard, like, expand our voice and, like, not just be, like, because when we're downtown, like I said, like, they're in their own little, like, their own little world in a way, and they control what we see on the media. You know what I'm saying? Like, they control the narrative on all of that stuff. The only way we can break that is if we get out. And I remember when we did the Portland Police Bureau tweeted, they said we had no idea it was going to be a march today. 10,000 people are marching and they had no idea. Like, that's why I was like, yo, like, there's still some hope for humanity. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man.
But yeah, man, just like trying to be present in many ways I can, performing at events when needed, like just showing my face, showing support in any type of way, like shit, honestly, anything I can, really.
That's what's up. So what's your...
Start going back outside, just got my new bulletproof vest, so.
Hey, yeah, I need to invest in a couple of those.
Like, it be niggas out here with real beef and fake bulletproof vests, and it's goofy as fuck.
Hey, that's the silliest thing you could ever do to yourself.
Like, bro, I'd have been shot at recently. That shit is not cool. Like,
Yeah, it'll make you feel some kind of way.
You know, like, bro, like, that's not dope.
Yeah, it'll make you feel some kind of way really quick. What's your whole take on COVID, you know, day-to-day living with this COVID bullshit, and then, of course, with this crazy man that, you know, still ain't got out the damn way? Like, because that all ties in together, you know what I'm saying? That all ties in together, man.
Like, I want to start this whole thing before I even answer it by saying they need to take their fucking losses and go to fuck home. Like,
off top.
Y'all, he got to be bad at his job for 4 years and remain employed. Like I said, bro, you can't do that shit at McDonald's.
Oh, jeez.
You burn them patties, you don't salt them fries, you'll be gone by Wednesday.
Yeah, you out. You gotta go.
You know
today.
Like, y'all had a run, bro. Like, take your asses home now, man. But it was COVID. I mean, when I say I'm in a state of what the fuck, like, this was a real life Twilight Zone. Like, we will forever be documented. We will be in history books. We will forever be studied. The whole world got it, but the U.S. will forever be studied. Like, for me, I don't know. I was kind of mad at first when the whole thing kicked in because it was like, nigga, my whole point of like moving out when I was 16 was by my own rules. Like, I didn't want to be grounded no more. Now I'm an adult and I'm still getting grounded. Like,
man.
Like, I like to stay in anyway, but I like to stay in because I want to stay in, not because you told me I gotta stay in. Because as soon as you say I gotta stay in, now I want to be out.
Yeah.
Like, I want to find any reason I fucking can to go outside. I don't even jog, nigga. I get my cardio by playing sports. And some other adult things, ain't that right, babe? But anyway, like, I don't do no fucking running. As soon as COVID hit, nigga, I'm outside like, oh yeah, if you see a sprint, do a sprint. I'm like, bro, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I'm outside just because I know I'm not supposed to.
Hell yeah.
Like, I'm running outside in 100-degree weather with a fucking bandana over my face. Like, that's not comfortable.
Man.
But then, after, like, me being pissed off about it, well, when I realized it wasn't going any fucking weird, I was like, okay, bro, you can either continue to be pissed off or take it for what it is. Well, now, I don't have any distractions. I get to sit with myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And with that, now I'm learning where my strengths are and where my weaknesses are. Like, as an artist, as a dad, a significant other, like, as just a person in general. And now I can start to kind of put things in order.
Most definitely.
So, being that COVID literally hit right as my album release got fucked off and everything, like, I set myself up for failure with that first album. I got myself so stressed I almost scrapped it the day before. Like, it was crazy. And so, with that, I had to, like, go back to the drawing board and say, okay, I did X, Y, and Z because my mentality exists. But in order for this to be effective and me not completely fuck myself over, I can't treat this how it was something in everyday life because it's something completely different.
Yeah.
Like, my approach has got to be more efficient than what it would be if I was handling something like local and just like intimate, personal, whatever the case is. Like, because this affects a whole lot of things. Like, how you get things out, like, it's going to affect, like, how it's perceived, which is your image, which is your marketing, which is going to, like, determine your fan base and how fast that grows and expands, which is ultimately you and yourself as a brand and as a whole. And so I had to really go back to the drawing board, really get creative with myself.
Most definitely.
And, like, listening about my, like, have expectations but set realistic deadlines. Because the last album, before I even recorded a song for, I was like, yeah, my release date's going to be March 17th. And it's like, why in the fuck would you say that when you have no idea how much time it takes to make an album yet?
You put yourself up to it.
To, like, make myself jump off the porch. But again, it's got to be done with reason. Like, I went in like just bright-eyed bush-tail, hell yeah, I'm going to just do this. And it almost backfired. And so, like, being able to, like, kind of sit back and sit with myself, because again, I had nothing else to do. Now I can, like, really study and critique myself. I was like, okay, here's what I did last time. That's out. I can't do that again this go around. There's also shit I did that worked that, yo, we got to repeat that, but also incorporate the lessons we learned from this past project and make this next launch really big. So for me now, like, that time it was more so recording. I got the recording part down. I'm in my fucking bag right now. You understand me?
Hey.
But now it's a matter of, you know what I'm saying, the business, the promo. And once I get that mastered, there'll probably be something else after that, and so on and so forth. But I look forward to that challenge. That's what keeps me going. That's my drive.
Most definitely.
You know, if I'm always chasing something and having fun with it, I can never run out of things. As long as I'm experiencing life, I can never run out of content either. So you mix those things together and it doesn't stop. Like, I was, for a second, I'm not going to cap, I was like, damn, like, can I top my first album? Because my first album got way more love than I anticipated. So I was like, fuck. But now I got expectations. So now you get to see what somebody's all about. Because this is why I say, like, when we watching sports, like, a nigga has a hot rookie year.
Yeah.
It's like, cool. Nobody had film on you. this next year, motherfuckers are gunning for you. Can you still make that same impact still when nobody like was really watching for you?
Yeah.
And so I took that challenge personal. And so now I'm in a spot where it's like, oh yeah, I can't wait. As soon as this drops, it's gonna shit on my first project. I'm gonna make sure it shits on this one. Like, it's just like, I don't know if it's a Kobe fan in me or what, bro. But it's like a mama mentality. Like, I'm never satisfied. Because for me, it's like, this is my second album I finished up within a year's time. Because I'm just eager to get better. Because for me, it's like, if what I did then still looks good now, I haven't accomplished much in between.
Yeah, yeah.
And that me to keep my foot on the gas. I was like initially going to be like, you know what? I think I'm going to take a little break after I try the second album. I'm already working on my third and fourth projects right now. Like, I don't know how to stop. But I don't think I want to either.
That's a good state of mind.
Stop and do what?
Yeah, all the way. That's a good state of mind to have, though.
Yeah, like, you got to, like, because, bro, it's so many rappers that are at this shit. Like, it's a long shot. Like, I'm going to make it, but I know it's a long shot. But with that being said, it's like, you can't afford to give anybody anything.
Yeah.
Like, nothing's going to be given to you. You can't afford to give anything. Like, I cannot afford to make it easier on anybody else. Like, I want to see everybody shine, but goddamn, I want to make sure I'm there.
Oh,
you know what
top.
I'm saying? Yeah, first and foremost, like, it's one of the things, man. It's a competitive sport. It's kill or be killed. And so, every time, like, I attack a beat, like, whether it be for a feature or my own stuff, like, I'm making sure that you got the best of what I had that day.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know who's going to hear the song and how many times you're going to hear that. Somebody might only hear the song one time, and that could be the difference of hearing a song and let it fade away, where you hear that song and then you text your homie again. And oh, what was the song was playing in the whip yesterday that went like da-da-da-da-da-da, and now you got somebody locked on to you. You did what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And with all her songs, like, okay, I heard it. Like, I'm not going to say skip, but I'm not going to request to fucking hear it again either.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure when you hear me, like, you feel me. Because, again, everybody raps. People don't give a fuck about what you do. They want to know why you do it. And so as long as I'm genuinely pouring my soul into it and you can feel that, you'll feel like you're on that journey with me. You're going to buy it. You're going to want to rock with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when you do that, you build that cult following. So at that point, any press becomes good press. Like, if I drop a video on YouTube and I got, like, 100 comments saying, oh, this is fire. And then I got, like, 6 comments saying, oh, this shit is trash. Watch how everybody gangs up on that negative-ass comment and starts trolling the dude. Because they feel like, well, I'm on his journey with him because I believe in what he's doing. So if you attacking that, you attacking what I believe in. And now you got that loyal fan base. That's why I try to tell people, like, your fan base is already out there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to create anyone. It's on you to make yourself available to be found.
Exactly.
Make sure you have enough content to keep them hooked as they're trying to experience you and catch up to you sometimes. Because you'll get fans later, too, that are going to want to catch up from your previous shit and get to where you are now. Like, you got to make sure you got stuff to bring them along so everyone, like, your journey's got to be, like, chronological order, and most important, that's why it's got to be authentic. That way they can catch on and follow.
Most definitely.
Because if it's on some fraud shit that's going to wear itself out in 2 years, by the time they go back to your old shit and try to see you now, it's going to be 2 people like, well, who the fuck are you? And that's why you hear people say stuff like, damn, like, I love old Kanye.
But
I love college dropout. Yeah, I love graduation. Yeah, like,
but
you hear about, oh, yeah, I want to hear Yeezy. No one wants to hear, like, Life of Pop. No one wants to hear that shit.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
And it's because he started getting gimmicky and he drove a divide between what he was and what he is now. And that's why when you do that, you make people choose a side. And you stunt yourself. Because if they choose the older shit, they're not going to want to hear anything new that you put out.
Exactly, yeah.
It's not going to last long. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if they prefer your newer shit, it had to sit through your older stuff, they're going to feel like you were a fraud the whole time. They're not going to want to hear what you got put in there. Like, it loses credibility. And people don't think about that shit when they're recording stuff. Like, so it's, yeah, man, it's...
But it's all the way. Hey, dropping some knowledge, man. He in here dropping some knowledge.
It's one of them things, bro. Like, I can't call it, man. That's just, it is what it is.
All the way.
But it ain't for everybody.
Hey, that's the damn truth. This is music is a challenging role. And to be an entertainer.
That's why I tell people all the time, if there's anything else that you think you would want to do other than music, do that. Because this shit is not comfortable. Like, I let the job make it really good money. I'm uncomfortable as fuck. But I know my ultimate payoff's about to be exponential to what I could have made and kept, like, just being comfortable.
Yeah.
But it gets hard. It gets frustrating. Like, you start to go down dark places of doubt and, like, confidence stuff, and you got to really make sure, like, you keep it in tune, like, pulling yourself out of it. Because if you don't, like, you'll spiral down quickly, bro. Like, depression me so bad, bro. I like logged off of everything for like 2.5 weeks. Like I couldn't even be like social, no nothing. I was like, I need to like stop for a second, like retract and like get me back because I felt myself losing myself. I was like, I don't fuck with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that's why you gotta like be authentic and be tapped in with yourself daily because if you don't, you'll lose shit quick.
I can feel that. I can feel that all the way.
Shit ain't sweet like niggas think it is, bro. Like when you trying to go with it, like shit is not sweet. If you want to grab a mic so your friends can say you rapping, you got a fucking SoundCloud page, like by all means, like you're good. Like do no more, you've done the most, like you're Hall of Fame in your books. Like cool. But like trying to take what we trying to take is like
that's a whole nother level. Whole nother level.
Be drained. They take a lot out you, bro. Like
oh yeah.
But you'll get so
well, because you challenging yourself on a whole nother level, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. There's a lot of work that goes behind, you know, what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not just that you didn't grab the mic and you doing it like you're doing everything.
Proud of like, bro, like you don't see that I've literally had like legitimate like anxiety attacks behind this fucking album, like panic attacks, like freaking the fuck out. Like you go through you feel every emotion making a project. Like hell yeah, I'm that nigga. Ooh, I don't even know why the fuck I'm rapping. Like, oh, maybe this would be okay. Well, like maybe like you go through everything.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's how you find out who's really in it because when like your own voices like keep knocking and you can't shut them the fuck up, can you find a way to keep going till you get out of that place? Yeah. And that's how you know who to get there.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hope it first started. Remember, everybody named Mom was rapping. How many of them niggas do you see still dropping shit?
Not that many. Not that many. Hey, for real. Everybody be having nice starts.
And some dudes could have, but now they can't be in front of like a whole audience to get that clout. Now they got to do it in their room by themselves, and that's just not the same. That's not popping. That's not cool. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like I've had some shows I've rocked and absolutely loved. The most fun I have is either in the studio recording or doing rehearsal. Like,
got you.
You gotta love practice more than you love the game.
Mm-hmm. Perfection. Yeah. Like, getting better.
In all facets, period. Like I always want to see like, okay, like well, when this rim shot hits, like what can I do? Like at one of my shows, like I asked Purple, I was like, bro, like is it cool if I like bang my head on your hi-hat like for this last note? He was like, yeah, fuck yeah, do it. And they love it. Like find in practice, find that one little thing you can tweak, you know what I mean? Like to take it from a good performance to a great one. Like on the show I sold out, I was swinging from a fucking rapper. I was like, yo, if I pull this off, it's gonna look dope. If I fucking fall and eat shit, it's gonna go viral. So either way,
it's a goal.
Yeah, a lot of niggas do dumb, goofy shit for no benefit at all. Like this is a win-win. Like so be it. Like I got COVID that night, the night before actually. Like, I was on stage like drinking cough syrup, like doing my whole performance, like, and it wasn't to be cool. Like it was literally out of the Dayquil bottle, fam. Like
man,
because I was like, damn, like I'm sick as a fucking dog. It feels like I'm swallowing glass. But if I quit and back out of the show, nobody's going to know me.
Hey, so you made a move.
That shit, fam. It paid off. Like that show was memorable. Like,
well, I bet. Yeah. Well, being sick and then just being sick with something like that, bro, that was probably a really tough challenge.
Jordan shit almost like had to dig deep. Like when I was done, bro, I was like, I feel like dying. Like the next day, I was in the ER for 8 hours.
Man, oh yeah, so you gave it all you had, man. You really put everything on the table.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like my introductory, but like also like to let y'all know, like expect this from me every single time. I don't give a fuck what's going on. Like,
hey,
if I have this in my hand, like this is what you will get from me, and nothing less.
Well, bro, we gonna keep it.
It's only time to me live, not owe it to them to give them the best performance that they could possibly like come in and see. Like,
most definitely. Well, we're gonna keep it going all the way, man, and we definitely gonna want to see your success here in the next few months, bro. Definitely cool having you on the show. You a solid ass cat, my guy. Scooter Rogers. This is Day to Day BS with your boy k.r.c. We appreciate you having you, man, and we will see you soon.
Yes, sir. So I love it, dog. Appreciate you. Joy to the World is dropping January 28, 2001. Y'all got a few days to tell a friend, tap in and invite in.
Most definite. Hey, we might have to tap in sooner then. All right, bro.
Be safe, man. Tap in if you need
you too. Will do.